Kia's redesigned Seltos finally gets a hybrid option for 2027, pairing a 1.6-liter four-cylinder with electric motors and a 6-speed dual-clutch transmission. Riding on Telluride-inspired styling and a longer wheelbase, it promises efficiency without asking buyers to plug in. Here's how it stacks up. The biggest headline surrounding the Seltos hybrid is simply that it exists. Subcompact SUVs like the Chevrolet Trax, Nissan Kicks, and Hyundai Venue don't offer hybrid powertrains at all, leaving the Toyota Corolla Cross hybrid as the Seltos' only real rival in this niche. For shoppers who want better fuel economy without stepping up to a compact crossover, that makes the Seltos hybrid one of the very few choices on the market. The self-charging system relies on regenerative braking and the gas engine, rather than an external plug. So there's no need to install home charging equipment or hunt for public stations. It's designed around the way most commuters actually drive, with electric assist doing the heavy lifting at low speeds. That combination of accessibility and efficiency is a meaningful differentiator in a class where hybrid choices are still the exception rather than the rule. Kia is offering the Seltos hybrid with an electrified all-wheel drive system, a first for a Kia hybrid electric vehicle in this segment. Unlike traditional mechanical all-wheel drive setups that sap fuel economy year-round, e-all-wheel drive applies power to the rear wheels only when extra traction is needed, so efficiency stays largely intact during normal front-wheel drive cruising. That matters for buyers in snowy or rainy climates who previously had to choose between a fuel-sipping hybrid and confident foul-weather grip. Combined with a multi-terrain drive mode and up to 8.1 inches of ground clearance depending on trim, the Seltos hybrid can credibly handle rougher roads, gravel driveways, and light off-pavement excursions that a front-wheel drive-only hybrid competitor might struggle with. For a vehicle priced well under $35,000, having both a hybrid powertrain and an available all-wheel drive system is a rare combination that broadens the Seltos' appeal beyond city commuters into four-season, all-weather territory. The redesigned Seltos rides on a wheelbase that's 2.4 inches longer than the outgoing model, and that extra length translates directly into a roomier back seat with an additional inch of legroom. Cargo space grows too, checking in at 27.8 cubic feet behind the rear seats and 64.1 cubic feet with them folded flat. Modest gains over the current Seltos, but easy to appreciate when loading strollers or grocery runs. Inside, the cabin borrows heavily from the larger Telluride, including a squared-off steering wheel, a stock-mounted shifter that frees up center console space, and push-button start. Kia's Add Gear cargo organization system is standard, giving owners built-in attachment points for keeping loose items secured. For a subcompact SUV, the combination of added room and Telluride-inspired design touches makes the Seltos hybrid feel like it's punching above its price class, rather than settling for base-level practicality. Technology is one of the clearest upgrades on the Seltos lineup, hybrid included. A 12.3-inch touchscreen comes standard, and higher trims can add a second 12.3-inch driver display, plus a separate 5-inch climate panel, giving the dashboard nearly 30 inches of combined screen space. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard as well, removing a common frustration from cheaper SUVs that still require a cable. Kia's latest CCNC infotainment system supports over-the-air updates, a generative AI voice assistant that responds to Hey Kia commands, and streaming apps like Netflix, Disney Plus, and YouTube for backseat passengers. Owners can also remotely lock, unlock, heat, cool, and start the vehicle through the Kia Connect app. None of this tech is unique to the hybrid trim, but it does mean hybrid buyers aren't sacrificing features to get better fuel economy, unlike some competitors that reserve their best tech for higher, non-hybrid trims.
Safety technology gets a meaningful boost across the redesigned Seltos, and the hybrid benefits from the same standard list. Forward collision warning with junction turning detection, automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, lane keeping assist, a driver attention monitor, automatic high beam assist, and pedestrian and cyclist detection are all standard equipment rather than optional add-ons. Smart cruise control with stop-and-go functionality and front and rear parking sensors round out a suite that would have been reserved for luxury trims just a few years ago. Available options push things further with a 360-degree surround view monitor and a blind spot view monitor, features borrowed directly from the flagship Telluride. For families cross-shopping subcompact SUVs, having this level of standard driver assistance on a hybrid model, rather than gating it behind expensive option packages, is a genuine advantage over rivals that still charge extra for basic safety tech.
Despite the fanfare around the new hybrid powertrain, Kia has been notably quiet on the numbers that matter most: horsepower, torque, and EPA-estimated fuel economy. Buyers know the general architecture: a 1.6-liter engine paired with 2 electric motors and a small battery. But without official figures, it's impossible to say how the Seltos hybrid will actually compare to the class-leading Corolla Cross hybrid on efficiency or real-world performance. This is a common issue with vehicles announced well ahead of launch, but it does mean early shoppers are being asked to commit interest and eventually money based on projections rather than confirmed specifications. Until Kia publishes final numbers closer to the on-sale date, anyone cross-shopping strictly on efficiency or output has no reliable way to make that comparison, which could push cautious buyers toward a competitor with published figures already in hand.
Unlike the gas-powered Seltos, which arrives in showrooms first, the hybrid trim isn't expected to reach dealers until late 2026, with some sources pointing to the fourth quarter specifically. That means buyers eager for the redesigned Seltos' fresh styling and cabin upgrades will need to wait several months longer if a hybrid powertrain is the whole reason they're interested. Limited inventory has also been flagged repeatedly by dealers, suggesting early hybrid supply may be tight relative to demand, particularly for the e-all-wheel drive version. Shoppers who want a hybrid subcompact SUV sooner rather than later may find themselves waiting through most of a model year before allocations catch up, or settling for a non-hybrid Seltos in the meantime and trading in earlier than planned.
While Kia hasn't finalized hybrid pricing, most estimates put the Seltos hybrid at roughly $30,000, compared with a gas model starting price expected to land just over $25,000. That roughly $5,000 premium is a real consideration for a segment where affordability has traditionally been the Seltos' biggest selling point. Buyers will need to calculate how many miles and years of ownership it takes for hybrid fuel savings to offset that upfront cost difference, a calculation that's currently impossible to run precisely since official fuel economy numbers aren't out yet. For budget-focused shoppers who chose the Seltos specifically because it undercut rivals on price, the hybrid version pushes the vehicle into territory where compact hybrid crossovers with more interior space become realistic cross-shop alternatives. Kia has confirmed the Seltos hybrid will be offered in the X-Line trim, but full trim-level details for the HEV lineup haven't been announced, unlike the gas model, which spans LX, S, EX, and X-Line configurations. That narrower initial rollout means hybrid shoppers may not get the same flexibility to choose a stripped-down, budget-focused trim the way gas Seltos buyers can. If X-Line ends up being the primary or exclusive hybrid trim, at least initially, buyers will likely be paying for styling and equipment upgrades bundled in, whether they want them or not. It's a common strategy for automakers introducing a new powertrain, but it does reduce choice for cost-conscious buyers who want hybrid efficiency without the extra content and features that come with an upper trim level. Unproven reliability and long-term ownership data. As Kia's first ever Seltos hybrid, this powertrain has no ownership track record to draw on. The combination of a 1.6-liter engine, dual electric motors, a battery pack, and a 6-speed dual-clutch automatic is new to this nameplate, and dual-clutch transmissions in particular have had mixed reliability reputations across the industry in stop-and-go city driving, which is exactly where hybrids spend much of their time. Buyers considering the Seltos hybrid are effectively early adopters, without years of real-world reliability data, resale value trends, or long-term maintenance cost information that competitors like the Corolla Cross hybrid, built on Toyota's well-proven hybrid system, already have. For risk-averse buyers who prioritize a known ownership track record over cutting-edge specs, that uncertainty may be reason enough to wait a model year or two before committing.